night we reported little 4-year-old Lesley Perez taken out of her own front yard. Her 12-year-old sister trying to save her, trying to fight off the man that stepped out of his white pickup and dragged the 4-year-old away. He beat the 12-year-old girl about the head to get the 4-year-old, literally chasing her across her own front yard. Breaking news tonight, Hidalgo, Texas, there is a God. The baby girl found alive. Straight out to Michael Board with WOAI News Radio. Michael, what happened?
Nancy, thank God that the police and the FBI were able to catch this man who brazenly kidnapped this little girl and assaulted her daughter last night and then took off with them. His name is Christian McMillan. He's 23 years old, and he's a carnival worker from California, and he's now behind bars facing aggravated kidnapping charges. Thank goodness they got this guy behind bars.
To Matt Zarrell on the story from the beginning. Matt, where was she found? How was she found?
She was found at a rented farmhouse near Mercedes, which is a local township there. Apparently, cops were watching the farm when he came outside, and when he saw them, that's when they arrested him. He apparently, this guy McMillan, has a history as a sexual predator. They believe he was targeting the child.
A sexual predator allowed to travel from city to city to city? That's what it sounded like on this end. Back to Michael Board with WOAI News Radio. Michael, what else can you tell me about the discovery of this little girl, a 4-year-old little girl, taken around 9 p.m. out of her own front yard, playing with her sister and other little friends, trying her best to play baseball in the front yard? This guy pulls up in a white pickup, literally goes into the yard, chasing the 4-year-old, pulling her into his pickup, fighting off the 12-year-old big sister, beating her about the face and head. How did they find her, Michael Board? What farmhouse? Where was the farmhouse?
It was just east of the home where the family lived in Hidalgo, and the real hero here, Nancy, is the 12-year-old sister. After being beaten by this man and almost run over, she was able to give an accurate description to police. She could identify the man. She said, "I know what he looks like. I can help you find it. I will help find my sister." Thank God that her daughter is as smart and as brave as she is, that she was able to give this description to the FBI, and they used that description to go and find this man and put him behind bars.
Very quickly, unleash the lawyers. Holly Hughes, Paul Batista, Carmen St. George. Holly Hughes, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're a registered sex offender, you're not allowed to travel from city to city to city and attack children all over this country.
That's exactly right, Nancy. You're not supposed to be able to travel except within a very specified area, and furthermore, certainly not out of your local area and not out of state. You're supposed to be checking in with your probation officer, and you're supposed to get permission to be able to leave that area written ahead of time. This is absolutely crazy that this man was not monitored more closely, and he was able to snatch this child, as everybody has said, Nancy.
The alleged perpetrator is 23-year-old Christian McMillan. He is apprehended. He is behind bars tonight. Very quickly, back to you, Michael Board, before we bring in Batista and St. George. Michael Board, what's this guy looking at?
In Texas, aggravated kidnapping charges. You know, who knows what the prosecutors could throw at this guy. Not only did he grab this girl, but he also beat the sister. That could be also an aggravated assault charge. It depends on what they can throw at this guy.
So we know about kidnapping and ag assault. Michael Board, very quickly, what is the condition of the little 4-year-old girl?
Well, she spoke to people here in the neighborhood this morning. She said she's bumped, she's bruised, but she's okay. Amazingly, this little girl, Nancy, she wants to go back to school tomorrow. Can you imagine that after what she's been through?
The headline out of Hidalgo, Texas, there is a God. This 4-year-old little girl, taken by a known sex offender, has been found alive, and she's going back to school tomorrow morning.